How Dubai's $22 billion Hyperloop is changing the world. If you were offered $1 million to get across a country in an impossible amount of time, what mode of transportation would you take? Air travel? Not anymore. It travels 200 miles per hour faster than a Boeing 747 and 3 times quicker than a Bugatti Veyron. This is the Hyperloop, and it's under construction right now. Once it's completed, travel time between Dubai and Abu Dhabi will be cut down to just 12 minutes. The Hyperloop is about to overwhelm the transportation industry before we know it, and the way that we commute is soon to be revolutionized. So climb aboard as we give you the entire rundown on Dubai's $22 billion Hyperloop. It's breaking records and wallets, but what exactly is this groundbreaking Hyperloop all about? The concept for the Hyperloop was first introduced at the Dubai International Motor Show in 2019. Since then, it has been leading the charge in construction and innovation in the UAE and around the world. Dubai and Abu Dhabi have been leaps and bounds ahead of the competition with architectural innovation for years, and this new Hyperloop sets them even further ahead. The Hyperloop is similar to a train, but it looks like one out of a sci-fi movie. With no driver, this crazy new idea is going to set the standard for travel in the next generation. Being capable of carrying passengers or freight, its pods will get whatever is being transported from place to place in record time. Right now, a typical commute between Dubai and Abu Dhabi will take about 90 minutes. With the Hyperloop, that is going to be cut down to just 12. A project of this scale requires some collaboration though, so multiple companies are working on it. But Richard Branson's Virgin Hyperloop One has risen to the top as the main contributor. The Virgin Hyperloop One in Dubai will be 100% electric, using magnetic levitation that whisks pods through the massive low-pressure tubing network. Think of the capsules kind of like an air hockey puck, and that's basically the physics behind the whole idea. In the Hyperloop, passengers will be shot through the tunnel at over 700 miles an hour in nearly complete silence. You would think that those kind of speeds would cause deafening wind noise, but since the tunnel is vacuum sealed, there is no wind resistance. This leaves for a quiet and relaxing ride. The Hyperloop also beats its competition on efficiency of transport. Over 10,000 passengers can fit on the tram every hour, and they can add or take away pods from the train to meet demand. It's super ambitious, great for the environment, and revolutionary for the transportation industry. Sounds a bit like an idea from Elon Musk, doesn't it? Well, turns out the original idea for the Hyperloop came from the transportation billionaire himself. Back in 2013, Elon had a brilliant idea for a series of pods that would shoot through a tunnel at hundreds of miles an hour. Back then it seemed like a lofty goal, but now we're almost there. His cleverly named startup called the Boeing Company has already begun to dig Hyperloop tunnels for transit between Washington, D.C. and New York City. This would cut the current 3-hour trip down to just 30 minutes. But like we said, in Dubai, Musk isn't the one running the show. It's billionaire Richard Branson with his company Virgin. Elon was not mad about this either. The Hyperloop concept was actually open sourced by Elon Musk. He encouraged other businesses to take up the project as well. The Abu Dhabi-based company Aldar signed a contract in 2018 to begin working on a 150-kilometer Hyperloop between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The first section of this was set to be finished by late 2020. Both of these major cities are taking steps to become smart cities and plan to reduce their carbon emissions by 75% by the year 2023. This is a hefty goal, but this Hyperloop could just get them there. The company with the biggest plans, though, is Virgin Hyperloop One. They are designing their Hyperloop specifically to benefit the community. The entrepreneurs are hopeful that this Hyperloop will help make travel more efficient while using a much cleaner source of energy than motorized vehicles. Marsha Kristoff stated that the Hyperloop is the next big innovation that will have the greatest impact on reducing carbon emissions. These supersonic pods are expected to travel 2 to 3 times faster than traditional trains that we have today. These high speeds are due to the vacuum tubes that the Hyperloop will travel through, which reduce air friction and drag, allowing it to travel at a much higher speed. This allows for the Hyperloop to reach speeds of up to 750 miles per hour. Of course, the Hyperloop is good for the environment and will make traveling much faster, but it will also improve the economy. People that live in the UAE will now be able to have access to job opportunities that they could not have possibly had without the Hyperloop. And this is one of the main reasons that Dubai and its bordering cities are working on this project. Dubai's Hyperloop is going to be the very first of its kind, so you would think that it's going to be outrageously expensive, right? Well, it's actually not as much as you'd think. Hyperloop could actually be cheaper to build than the railways we have today. It is estimated that the price per kilometer will be anywhere from $20 to $40 million. This gives Dubai a total cost of $6 billion, in which they intend on getting the money back by selling Hyperloop travel tickets over the next 10 to 15 years. So, does this mean it'll cost you an arm and a leg to ride the Hyperloop? Actually, no. Though these are just estimates, you can expect to pay less for your Hyperloop commute than plane and train travel. For example, to get from Beijing to Shanghai on China's high-speed railroad costs about 555 yuan, or $80. And to get from London to Paris, it is 52 euros, or $60. Now, considering you don't ride first class, the ticket prices for the Hyperloop are expected to compete with these train prices and possibly be even cheaper. Dubai is known for their lavish skyscrapers and billion-dollar projects, and it looks like this Hyperloop fits right in with the rest.